Hello from Mars. It's a moment I have dreamed about my entire life, and now it is finally happening. Looking out the small window of our spacecraft, Mars is no longer a small red dot in the sky. It is a huge, round world, filling my view completely. The planet is a beautiful mix of orange, red, brown colors. It looks like a giant desert ball hanging in the blackness of space. We are getting closer every second. The engines are firing, slowing us down for the most important part of our journey, the landing. It is a very exciting and a little bit scary moment for our whole crew. Our landing craft separates from the main ship. We are now falling towards the Martian surface. The journey down is fast and intense. The outside of our capsule gets very hot as it pushes through the thin Martian air. We are protected by a heat shield, but we can feel the vibrations all around us. Then, a huge parachute opens above us, pulling us back and slowing our speed. It is a violent jolt, but a welcome one. We are still moving fast, but much slower than before. Through the window, I can see the ground getting closer and closer. It is a rocky, dusty plain. The parachute is gone now, and our landing engines have fired up. This is the final stage. The engines are carefully controlling our descent, making sure we land softly. Then, with a gentle bump, we feel it. We are on the ground. We have landed. A cheer erupts inside our small cabin. We are safe on Mars. We are the first humans to stand on this world, and the feeling is just incredible. The journey was long, but we are here. The moment has come. I am standing in the airlock, ready to go outside. My spacesuit is on, my helmet is sealed, all the checks are green. The inner door closes behind me. Air is pumped out, the outer hatch slowly opens. For the first time, I see Mars with my own eyes. The view is breathtaking. The ground is covered in a fine reddish dust, almost like powder. Large rocks, medium rocks, small pebbles. This is why we call it the red planet. Iron in the soil has rusted over millions of years, giving it this color. I carefully walk down the ladder. My boots touch the Martian soil. Soft, historic step. Walking on Mars feels very different from Earth. Gravity is about 1/3 of Earth. With every step, I feel light and bouncy. I can jump much higher, move with a strange, slow grace. It feels a bit like walking underwater. I take a moment to look around. The silence is profound. There is no wind, no sound, just the quiet hum of my suit's life support system. It is a peaceful yet alien environment. The images that NASA's rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance sent back are fantastic. But being here is something else. But they cannot capture the feeling of the place. The scale of everything is immense. Part of our mission is to explore some of Mars's most famous landmarks using our rover. Our first major destination is Olympus Mons. It is not just a volcano, it is the largest volcano in the entire solar system. It is so big that it is hard to comprehend. It is 3 times taller than Mount Everest, our highest mountain on Earth. As we drive towards its base, it doesn't even look like a mountain. It is so wide that its slopes are very gentle. You could walk up it and not even realize you are climbing a giant volcano. It is a sleeping giant that has been silent for millions of years. From the giant volcano, we travel to an even bigger feature, Valles Marineris. This is not just one canyon. It is a huge system of canyons that stretches for over 4,000 kilometers. That is as long as the entire United States. If you stood on one edge, you would not be able to see the other side. The canyon is also incredibly deep. In some places, it is 7 kilometers deep. It makes our Grand Canyon on Earth look small. We drive our rover along the rim, looking down into the massive abyss. It is a spectacular and humbling sight, showing the powerful geological forces that shaped this planet long ago. Our journey also takes us towards one of the poles. Mars has polar ice caps, just like Earth. They are made of a mix of water ice and frozen carbon dioxide, which is also known as dry ice. In the winter, the caps grow larger, and in the summer, they shrink. Seeing the bright white ice against the red rock is a stunning contrast. This ice is very important. It shows us that Mars has water, which is a key ingredient for life. Future missions might even be able to use this water, which would be a huge help for astronauts living and working here for long periods. Exploring these amazing places makes you realize how diverse and dynamic Mars really is. It is not just a dead, dusty planet. It has a rich and complex history. It has giant volcanoes, deep canyons, icy poles. Each location tells a different part of the planet's story. My first task? Collect a soil sample. I scoop red dust into a container. Holding a piece of Mars in my hand feels surreal. This planet has many stories to tell. We are here to listen. We will study this soil for signs of past water. or signs of ancient life. Every rock, every grain of sand could hold a clue. This is more than an adventure. It's a scientific quest. We are detectives on another world, searching for answers to some of humanity's biggest questions. We are like tourists on the grandest tour imaginable, seeing sights that no human has ever seen up close before. Every day is a new discovery, a new piece of the puzzle that is Mars. It is a privilege to witness these wonders and share them with everyone back home on Earth. The sky on Mars is not blue like ours. During the day, it has this pale pink or, kind of butterscotch color. This is because of all the fine red dust that is always floating in the thin atmosphere. The Martian atmosphere is super different from Earth's. It's about 100 times thinner and is made mostly of carbon dioxide. Because the air is so thin, the sky just isn't as bright as it is on Earth. Sunsets, sunrises. The sun looks smaller, actually appears blue as it dips below the horizon. The sky around it glows with this soft, pinkish light. The temperature on Mars can change a lot. It is a very cold planet. Even on a warm summer day at the equator, the temperature might reach about 20 degrees Celsius. But at night, the temperature can drop very quickly to minus 73 degrees Celsius or even colder. The thin air just can't hold on to the sun's heat, so as soon as the sun goes down, the warmth disappears into space. We have to wear our specially insulated spacesuits to protect us from this extreme cold whenever we are outside. Our habitat is also heavily insulated to keep us warm and safe. One of the biggest dangers on Mars is the dust storms. Sometimes small dust devils, like little tornadoes of dust, will dance across the plains. But at other times, huge dust storms can grow to cover the entire planet. These storms can last for weeks. They block out the sunlight, making the sky dark and red. The winds can be strong, but because the air is so thin, they do not have the same force as winds on Earth. The main problem is the dust. It gets into everything and can damage our equipment and solar panels. Our time on Mars is coming to an end. It is almost time to begin the long journey back to Earth. Before we leave, I take one last walk on the surface. I look at our footprints in the red dust. I look at the tracks from our rover. I look at the small habitat that has been our home. We have done so much here. We have conducted experiments. We have collected samples. We have explored this amazing world. We have learned more about Mars in these few months than we ever thought possible. It feels strange to think about leaving it all behind. This place has started to feel like a second home. I look up into the pinkish sky. At night, the stars are incredibly clear and bright because the atmosphere is so thin. Among those stars, one shines brighter than the others. It is a small, pale blue dot. That is Earth, our home. Seeing it from so far away is a very powerful feeling. It looks so small and fragile, a tiny oasis of life in the vast, dark emptiness of space. It makes you realize how special our planet is, and how important it is for us to take care of it and each other. As we prepare for liftoff, a mix of emotions fills our minds. We are excited to go home, to see our families and friends, to breathe fresh air, to feel the rain, but we are also sad to leave Mars. The engines roar to life. Our ascent vehicle pushes us up and away from the red surface. Goodbye, Mars. We hope to return one day.